Hi and welcome to today's video where I have my August update for my main project pan, and that is to use that is 15 items in 2025, and it's a rolling project pan, so where I reach a goal or finish an item, then I can roll another item into its place. Now I've already, if my memory serves me right, I think I have completed 15 items. But obviously this project continues to the end of the year. But can I say welcome one and all. Thank you for all that have been watching on a regular basis and have come back. I do appreciate it. And also hello and welcome for new viewers, because there have been quite an increase in viewership in recent weeks, and I would like to say thank you very much. It's very humbling. But anyway, on with the items. So the first one is my fragrance. I always have a fragrance. So this one is by Aldi and it's the Peony number 11 Eau de Toilette. So this is a dupe of a Jo Malone blush, Peony Blush Suede. Now I actually have had that and I've just finished it earlier on this year, but this is the copy. Now what I will say, if you're living in the UK and you're interested in this, it is currently available in Aldi. Also I've read, I do go to Aldi but I haven't noticed it, but I think it was just launched in the last week. They restock every now and again, maybe once or twice a year. So somebody has said, or it said online, that it's called Peony Blush Suede, so I'm not sure. The one I've got is just called Peony, but it's a lovely, like, very natural fragrance. I have a problem with a lot of aldehydes where things can smell like hairspray and that spray, and it doesn't smell like it's supposed to at all. But this is a very natural spray. Very light peony, and peony in itself doesn't particularly have a fragrance. It's more rose-like, but it's a gentler, softer form. So loving that. And so last month I was up to there, I'm up to here. Now last month I did film rather late. I'm a little late today, but not as much as I was last month, so I haven't had the full 4 week of use. I'm hoping to get this finished by next month, however, but I'm enjoying using this particular of an evening after I have a bath and then later on when I go to bed. So that's how that is getting used. Then I have my Aussie 48 hours sensational protect conditioning mist. So you put that on hair before you heat treat it or heat style it. I'm sorry to say I have not used it at all. I'm not too bothered because I've already used one hair component and this is a replacement, but I would like to get this finished. And it's really I normally let my hair air dry, and it is just dependent when I straighten it, and I haven't done so in the last month, but I may start to do so soon. So I'm hopefully going to get some use out of that at least. Then for my third item, I've got my Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Primer. This is the illuminating version in the original packaging, which has since been changed. This is 50ml, the new packaging is 30ml. So it has taken quite a long time to use. Now, I had difficulty squeezing it out. I do have issues with my hands. So what I did, I was able to decant. I've left the tube intact and I've decanted it into this little pot, which was nearly full when I did it last month, but I'm over halfway now. So I've probably got another month or so left, maybe a bit longer, and then that will be finished. So you can see the colour, it's a peachy colour. There's a little bit of minor sparkles in. It doesn't particularly show as shimmery on the face, but I think it is just to illuminate a little bit. I don't think it does a lot for me because I have a lot of radiance in my skin, but and I can't say it helps make up a deer. Perhaps adds a bit of moisture, but that's a bit debatable. But I have been using that one. Then for my foundation, I've got the Yensa Skin on Skin BC Foundation, BB and CC. Now this is only sold in the UK via QVC, but it's not all. You're not always able to get all the shades, so I'm not sure if this has been phased out. It isn't readily available. This is in the shade light neutral. So when I put this in, it has been used. When I put this in the last update, it was 47 gram, and this was obviously partially used at that time, and now it's 44.5 gram. So I've used 2.5 gram, which is fine, and I have mixed it with another product which I'm nearly using up, so that's why it hasn't been greater, but I have used it most days. I'm now going to have to start using another that's in another project pan a bit more, but I have enjoyed using it. It is a very good neutral. It might be good for olive tone skin as well, because it has a greyish cast to it, which many people like. If your foundation's pulled to orange or to yellow or to pink, that one may be a good one if you can get hold of it. I think it's more readily available in the US. Then I've got the Laura Geller Balance and Brighten Porcelain Foundation. So this is a powder. Now I use this to set my eyeliner, which is a habit to place up there, even though my eyes aren't particularly hollow, aren't particularly hooded. They're more hollow since I've lost a lot of weight. But I do use this to set down, and the dip is getting more noticeable. It was very difficult to show you. There it is. It is a bit powdery, but then on the skin it can turn a bit creamy as it heats up into the skin. It is quite lovely. I wouldn't use it as a foundation because I find it a bit too drying for my very dry skin. Then I have a contour bronzer, and it's the Too Faced, which I got only earlier on this year, and this is it's the second shade, and I think it may be either chocolate souffle or chocolate mousse. Souffle, I think it is. So this is, I think we're in the same place as last month. It's been scraped out a bit, and what I did, so I've used the contents of this in this little pot because it broke off. It wouldn't wind up properly. So here it is, but I've mixed it with a whitener, which is a pink whitener, so it will cool down any shade. So I'm using that as a contour. So this was full when I depotted it some in last month. It may have been after the last video, but I have used quite a lot. So there isn't that much left, but when this is finished, which I expect should be in the next couple of months, I will scrape out of this container to get as much as I can out. But I'm very pleased with the progress, and I do have it on today. Then, because I have most of this on today actually, then I've got my MAC, and this is classed as a blush, but it is a contour because they're in the same range, blush and contour. Back to Nature, long discontinued, and that is it's coming up more cool tone, more pink tone. I would say it is a very neutral taupe, and yeah, so it will be cool as far as contours are going, but I could use that to carve out under my chin. So it had hit pan when I put it into this project, but you do get a lot of product in MAC. The writing's all gone, I'm afraid, but it's all worn off. But hopefully I will get that finished this year, but it's still very creamy despite its age. So then I have a Rocketeur blush, which is long discontinued from Benefit, and this is where we're at. So I had breached, I think, maybe the top wall last time, I'm not sure, but there isn't an awful lot left. So I am quite optimistic that I'll get it finished this year. It is on my cheeks, so it's a rosy bronze, I would say, and I really have enjoyed using that. It's showing a bit more warm toned than it is the way the camera is pulling, but it's absolutely lovely. So I'm enjoying that, and I'll be sad to see it go. For eyeshadow, I have had one eyeshadow in since the beginning. I've rotated it out and put another in, but there's always been one. So they've both been from an Urban Decay palette. I think it was the Naked. So this one, I used Naked first. This one is Book. So if you can see, it was quite high up in the pan. So it has been worn. And I use the whole pan. I swipe my brush up and down. So if you can see, there is a dip going, and you do get a bit of hard pan. And that may be oils from my skin or foundation getting onto this, but I'm still able to use it well. And I've got it on my eyes. It's quite a dark colour. I've got that on my eyes today. And I have enjoyed you wearing that probably somewhere between a third and a fifth of the time, a third and a quarter of the time that I use my makeup. I have been using that on my eyes, and I do wear makeup every day, unless for some other reason. I think in the last month I've used it every day. Then I have an eyeliner. So this one is by Lord & Berry, which is an Italian company, and this is their bronze. Now it looks quite bronze, but on the eye it doesn't come as bronze. It's a dark brown, funnily enough. So I'll show you. Whoops, it's getting. I just do it from the edge of the page. It's difficult to show, but there is some use, because I've been using this and a couple of other eyeliners, including a black that's in another project pan that I've wanted to finish up. But but I'm hoping to get this finished this year. It is a bit hard as a pencil. I would hope that it would be creamier than it is, but I will show you. It's quite hard on the eye, and there it is. There's no bronze showing in it, or very little. There's the odd speck, but basically it comes across as a matte dark chocolate brown. But I have enjoyed it. I do love the tone. Then I have, this is another roll-in. I think this was a roll-in. I finished another, I think. And then this is a roll-in from another project, from when I finished another item. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury Colour Corrector in medium, 02 medium. So this I had just started when I think I just started using it. I think I might have hit a pan though, but this is where I'm up to. I bought this earlier on this year. I've got it on. It's not my favourite corrector. It's a bit drying, in all honesty. Once it hits the skin, it tends to dry out. But this is where we're at. So I am on course for finishing it this year. It does hide darkness under the eye to an extent. It's not fully opaque, is what I will say. Then I have my lip gloss by Studio 10. I'm not sure if they're still going, but I can't believe the progress that I've made when you consider that the previous one took most of the year. This one, that's month 1. That's when it was put in, and that's where I'm up to. So this is a lovely peachy coral with some gold reflecting. But it's quite sheer, absolutely lovely, very nice. Like I said, I'm not sure where this company is up to. I should look them up, but it's Studio 10, and this product I don't think is available anymore. Then I have, this is another old product, but I haven't had it that long, about 18 months. It's NYX Turned Up, and it is a lipstick. It's a gloss lipstick, or a satin gloss. So if I wind down, that might be the better. If I show you how it looks in the tube, that's where I'm up to, right? So that's fully wound down. If I wind it up, this is where I am. So I will show you, because I'm just going to drop it. I think if I do it any other way, I'll show you where I'm up to. So that was the July when it was put in, and it was just, I think, used once just to test that I like it, and that is now. So I have used quite a lot, over 1/4 inch, maybe towards 1/2 inch. So I'm very pleased with that. And I wore it maybe around a third to 50% of the time, but in terms of days. But it did need frequent reapplication because it doesn't stay on very long on the lips, which doesn't bother me at all. I'm in a position where I can reapply, but I have really enjoyed this colour because it seems to be quite fashionable now, and I do like a beigey tone. There it is. But it is a neutral beige as opposed to being a peachy beige, which I don't particularly like. Then we have a Pillar Talk wand. So it's a light wand in medium. So there it is. Now when you start using them and the air goes out, it always looks like it's empty. It isn't. That's how it is with no air. But although I have been using it, so last month it was 17 gram and this month is 16.5 gram. So I haven't used as much as previous months, which is fine because I have been using other highlighters and glowy blushes, but I have got it on today. Now there is another highlighter there, but that colour there is this one. So it looks a bit bronzy and it is very dark. I will show you the colour, but I'll put a bit out. It does, oh no, I can't because it does have a lock in, which is really good. So there is a lock to stop it going everywhere. So there it is. Can you see how dark it is? And that is supposed to be a highlighter. So it would highlight on very dark skin. It would be absolutely beautiful, but it is more of a blush topper. And I have to be careful that I do choose dark blushes, or else it can be darker than the blush, but there it is. So it is a copper. It doesn't, I wouldn't even say rose gold. It's more orange than a rose gold. It's just a bit dark, in all honesty. But I got that in a beauty box. And the final item is by Sally Hansen, and it is Miracle Gel. So this is a beige. I haven't got the colour, but it is the colour. It just says 212. Oh, Mocha Me Crazy. So I'm not sure if it's still around. This range certainly is. And I've not been able to market this. I think this is the 3rd month. Now I use it every month. I use it several times. Maybe it just clinging to the sides. I have used a light to try and penetrate, and I'm not able to get it below the line. So I'm not sure where it is. But I am still using it. It's lovely. It does change colour. It does start off being light, and within a day it darkens off. But it is a lovely taupe beige. I'm enjoying using that. It's something that's a neutral that can be worn all year round. I think it's quite an easy to wear shade, if you know what I mean. So they're all the items. So unfortunately I've got no rollout, but what do I think would happen by next month? Let us see. I think I will have this rolled out and possibly this, but I think I'll have one next month anyway. I think this is going to take a few more months, in all honesty, but I am enjoying using all of these. So can I say thank you very much for watching, as I do appreciate that your time is valuable. So thank you for spending some of that time with me. Otherwise, let me know your thoughts down below. Have you tried any of these items? Have you got any suggestions for me, either on use or perhaps alternatives you think I might like from what I've said today, or anything you like or you dislike? Any hints and tips would be welcome. Otherwise, hopefully I shall see you soon in another video. I'm hoping to have the Harrods Advent Calendar imminently. Now, whether that video will go up the day after this, I don't know. I'm filming this on Wednesday. I'm going to put it up the same day, but it's possible that very shortly will be another video, and that will be the Harrods Fragrance Advent Calendar. Like I say, please, thank you very much for watching. Please take care of yourselves, and bye for now.